This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Right, so Anthony Joshua, along with his sister and other friends and family, were visiting Nigeria. Now, I don't know exactly whereabouts in Nigeria he was visiting, but going by the pictures and some of the video footage that's out of Anthony Joshua there, it's a pretty, well, it looks like slums, to be honest. It looks very, very poor. It's like Anthony Joshua could well afford to totally renovate this whole place without busting too much of his bank account. But he chose to go there. I'm presuming that he will see other parts of Nigeria. I'm just presuming where there will be some holiday resorts and that. But either way, he was there to mix it with the common folks. That's what Anthony Joshua does. He does it here in the UK as well. You don't really see Joshua going to swanky restaurants, all that kind of thing. He just keeps his head down and just does what he does. But in Nigeria, I can only presume that he's visiting this particular part because maybe his family's from there originally. We know his parents were born in Nigeria, and although Joshua was born in the UK, he has spent a long time in Nigeria as well. He went to school in Nigeria as well for a while. So he has that kind of like, he's British nationality, but maybe he has dual nationality with Nigeria, and he represents Nigeria as well as Britain as well. Either way, while he was over there, a little girl grabbed the microphone and asked Anthony Joshua a bit of an awkward question, which is, why do you represent Britain and not Nigeria? And Joshua, he didn't give a direct answer, but this is what he said. My mum and dad were born in Nigeria. Then when they were 25, they went to London. I was born and I started boxing at 18. I came back to Nigeria many times when I was younger, and then one day my mum put me in a boarding school in Nigeria. So that is Anthony Joshua's statement. Now, I'm pretty sure the little girl didn't quite understand, or I don't know, maybe she's looking and thinking, okay, why didn't you say, well, I represent Britain because I was born in Britain? I mean, that would be an easier answer, but I think Joshua was being a little bit respectful with a sense of, yes, he was born in Britain, he's born in Watford. So most people who are born in their country, that's where they represent. Like Joshua, even though his parents are Nigerian, and he spent a great deal of his youth in Nigeria as well, and he's very proud of being or having Nigerian heritage, very proud. He's even got a tattoo of Africa on his right shoulder as well. And while he spent some time in Nigeria, home's where the heart is, isn't it? And that's where your friends are, and that's where your family are. That's what you know. You speak the language, you acclimatise to your surroundings, and Britain is what taught him to box. Britain is what gave him his life, I suppose you could say. But he's very, very proud of his Nigerian heritage. So, but again, if you guys look at his shorts, more often than not, he'll have the Union Jack and he'll have the Nigerian flag on his shorts as well, along with a tattoo on his right arm as well. So he's British, but very, very proud of being Nigerian. And quite clearly his answer was that he didn't want to say, well, because I'm British. He didn't want to say that in front of Nigerians, because this whole crowd turned out to greet Joshua. It's like he's a huge, huge hero over there. And he's a huge hero here in Britain as well. Unfortunately, a lot of fans have jumped ship. But as I said before, anybody who jumps ship just because he's taking one loss, that's more of a reflection on your character than it is Anthony Joshua. Glory hunting is what it is. But in Nigeria, they accept Joshua as one of their own. They understand he's British. His passport will be British, but his heritage is Nigerian, and he's very proud of it. And Nigerians have really taken to him. Unfortunately, there are some Nigerians who don't particularly like Joshua, like F.A. Jagba, for example, for whatever reason it may be, that, you know, he says that he's not a real Nigerian and that. Like that matters. It makes no difference. You know, he represents Nigeria as much as any other Nigerian. Does he not? Anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, going by what Anthony Joshua said, all I can just gather is that that's his polite way of saying, well, I was born in Britain. That's why I represented Britain in the Olympics. And that's why now, I mean, even now, when he talks about boxing, he talks about how Britain is on the map with boxing, British boxing, and the youth coming through, British boxers, and that as well. But, you know, people shouldn't overlook the fact that he is very, very proud Nigerian. But anyway, it is what it is. And I'll put the article to this in the description box. Go give it a read for yourself. Come to your own thoughts, click the thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next one.